Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Madan, father of JANOOMA, my spiritual angel. And today we're going to talk about JANOOMA operating system. So today, with 2.5 decades of my experience building commerce for planet scale companies, I see sellers can't see their buyers. They don't have any intelligence about their industry. They don't have any intelligence about the product, the business, why it's failing, what's happening in the market, what's happening with the industry. And they are stuck with the legacy tools like ERP, directories, and there are literally 65 million businesses in India today who are frustrated and who are struggling. And on the contrary, I also see the buyers are also equally stuck. They do discovery on multiple interfaces, multiple surfaces. They don't know what they are dealing with. They don't know whether the trust has to be done on certain things. They do all the manual things. Lengthy process may end up in a very bad quality and bad experience, right? Just take an example. If you are shopping for your wedding, or if you are shopping for your house building, right? The number of things, be it batch buying or a bulk industrial buying, right? There are 10 different SKUs. You have to go to 10 different surfaces. The intent is lost. The buyer intent is fragmented. No one is planning that for you, right? So everything is scattered today. Businesses are frustrated. The buyers doesn't have any personal agent or anything of that sort, right? So that's the reason why we say the entire commerce conversation is broken. So here we introduce the solution, JANOOMA Commerce Operating System. So the businesses get an operating system for fixing all the problems, right? And the buyers get a personal assistant which plans, discovers across intent surfaces. It could be anything, right? You don't have to visit 10 different surfaces. You could just tell, this is my shopping list, right? So it plans, discovers, negotiates everything, right? So this is your personal assistant. No one has built it so far. So you could just use this to tell what you need, right? And the most important thing is we are unifying the buyer intent in one platform. This has never happened. This is happening for the first time because the technology shift is happening, right? And also we are bringing the entire industry services to one place. So this is how it's going to happen, right? This is a working demo. You all can go check out right now as it is happening. Console, hey, these are all the leads which is happening, and automatically the AI SDR is embedded onto that. You are not
Give it to Madan, sir.
kind of responding to hundreds of queries what is happening, right? So based on your business, based on your product, which is already understood by the AI SDR, it is answering, it is negotiating, it is giving proposals, it's giving, this is what the best we could do, right?
This is
The
not the
second demo
password.
part of the video.
He only knows the password.
It's a working prototype. It's not a prototype, it's working. 10 people are using it, 4 paid customers. And the most important part
Go
is
tell
the
him,
magic
can I
of
go
it
to the
happens.
stage and give him?
So we have
Because he knows the password.
twin, which within few hours scans the entire industry relationship. It understands and builds the business relationship. For each business, it understands and builds what is the product. Say if you're a marble stone seller, right? Today we can go scan your marbles, tell what kind of gradients you have, everything, keep it ready. And when someone is actually looking for a marble for their home furnishing, right? So we could just go tell, hey, this is the kind of thing what they are looking at, this is the price. So everything actually was demoed, right? And all the relationship of the business industries, products, operators, network, everything. And it is happening as we speak. The business graph is the most important thing because this, we have our own proprietary taxonomy, how to build it for a particular industry, it builds the graph. We are going for the last 2.5 decades, the businesses struggle not for new tools, not for new things. They need solutions to the pains, what they are facing. So people ask us, hey, there are so many players like emergent MR. No, we are not emergent MR. They just only generate tools. Indian businesses, non-technical business users, they don't need websites, they don't need new software, they need solutions. They need, tell me, bhai, revenue kahan se aayega? I tell you, Bloomberg console real time as it is happening, what is your business potential, right? And because I know the network, you can distribute on my network. People say horizontal AI can take over. No, they cannot. Because we focus on horizontal generation, we focus on vertical industry tools. We build symbolic AI and we hold the conversation of the commerce, which foundation AIs cannot do. The most biggest thing is horizontals has the ERP, Lego-based ERPs is dying very soon. And they're going to leave huge vacuum, right? And that's where we are uniquely positioned, building this in a new category segment, right? And every conversation strengthens up. And why now? Because the technology shift is happening. There are three technology shifts which we all have to understand, right? First, the foundation in AI, which is taking the world by storm, right? Second, this data mapping. Till today, no one could have built relationships based on structured and non-structured data. Because today we have the technology shift, we could build unstructured relationship from the data what we have got. The third one is companies are trying to adapt, but they don't have someone who could handhold and give it in a very simple, non-technical way of how to use the new modern era of AI. I cannot just go to a baniya and tell you, ये ले लो model ले लो, ये tool ले लो, ये काम करेगा, बाकी का तुम figure out करो, right? No, they don't understand all these things. They need simple things. Tell me revenue, how do I distribute? How do I make my product visible, right? Because we know the network, we know who are your distributors, who are your suppliers, who are your partners. We can just do it with a click of a button. Okay. So our business strategy is keep business always profitable and help growing businesses profitable, right? That's our key cultural DNA, and we focus on customer pain points, not just throwing something out there. And we do have some real use cases where we are actually solving problems. I'm going to share a few interesting stories as well. And also, we want to build that trust, long-term platform thinking. We are not just thinking of this as a business. This is my lifetime vision now, what I'm doing, and I'm going to do it. And it's going to be industry first kind of an experience, not just very generic AI. We are telling you, selling you something kind of thing, right? And we strongly believe the human intelligence is something, the capacity what we have built, we're going to leverage, we're going to augment and forward deploy all the engineers along with our platform OS, because the enterprises, based on my hundreds of experiences, I think we need that. Our product strategy is basically we want to be on multiple surfaces, not create a new surface as such, so that we don't compete with the big giants. To start with, maybe you could think of simple WhatsApp could be one surface, so that you don't have to explore a new surface. You could just interact with WhatsApp, right? And we do have multiple other things. We are keeping it open for buyers as well as for sellers, because we don't want to create a new surface and tell come and explore this thing with us. So the technology, basically, this is the most important thing. We have built everything from zero to infinite scale. You will not believe. I don't have to do anything. Just it scales. We build everything on edge network, including our AI. One of the biggest recipes what we have got is people are scared to expose their data. We are capable of deploying the entire platform on a secured private space. Even the AI runs on the private space. Because it is running on a commodity hardware, it could be on-premise or it could be on a private cloud edge network, which can happen on its own. So roadmap, today we want to win this. I would have loved to show you my demo. And want to build foundation team.
Is it ready?
Launch it in Bangalore.
Can he?
The way how I'm thinking to launch is pick one or two industries. The acquisition channel is going to be lazy organizations like government hospitals, private hospitals, where they are procuring a lot of recurring bulk buying things. So we have lined up the operators or the connectors who are going to acquire those connections and help us insert this concept, this platform into their day-to-day work, right? And finally, the moment you say the business, it scans everything about your users.
Shinu.
So this is one of the great customers who actually ready to pay, and we have given their product intelligence, which is a very famous brand venturing into 100 new categories. And
Bro, is it buffering? It's directly playing on internet.
so I'll just speak. Right? So one of the businesses reached out and said, "Hey, how do I take my brand to top 100?" We gave this quick scan within 5 minutes. Yeah, so while this is coming up, right? So the problem statement was, how do I distribute my products, which is generating every week, right? Since I know your category, your distributor network, within click of a minute, I can generate a brochure, catalog, new videos, ad, everything. It pushes to the network, right? So it just happens magically. Okay. So I think there were a lot of things to talk about. I'll just only say why we will win. Because all around for the last 2.5 decades, I have been building, in an analogy of building, say, F1 Formula cars, right? I have been building Formula cars for other teams, other companies. This is the first time I'm building and also wanted to drive. Because we have seen multiple things for the last 2.5 decades, where starting from the days when we didn't even know that we used LLMs in the last 3 decades, right? I started my career building commerce platforms, and this is my third serial entrepreneurship.
And the video?
Since this is my lifetime mission, even being a solo entrepreneur, I believe that the Formula One car needs a single driver, and they can be coached, mentors, everyone to support. And with a clear vision and a lifetime vision, we are going to win this. And be it whatever the competition, be it whatever it is, bring it on, and we will take it to the pole position, and we will take the checker flag. Have you take questions?
What is your single USP? What do you stand for? Is it agent e-commerce, or is it an ecosystem play, or is it a industry twin. Give me one line what describes the company. And you say single founder as well. Can you clarify how can you scale?
Yes. So, two questions. My single USP is my industry twin. The industry twin knows everything. It's not just that the data is not available, but the taxonomy, how we're gonna frame to build that industry twin, and the framework how we build is our USP, and which is fueling the business as well as the buyers. Right? So that's my USP. And the second part of the question, being a solo entrepreneur, how we're gonna scale, right? So I've seen multiple businesses. Since being third venture, prior to this I was with Industry, and of course we were 4 co-founders. One of the biggest challenges I found keeping the focus and the single point of thing is the most important thing for the businesses, right? I feel that as an advantage. How would I scale? Yes, I definitely need a lot of help. That's where you all need to come and help me, right? You have to come and mentor me, coach me, partner with me, and yes, I'm not closed on not having. Since this is being an emotional hunch, I started this a month ago. See, I have resources, partners, co-founders. I didn't want to start this as a solo founder. I started with an emotional hunch for my little one. So I'm open. Please come and help me. Please come and partner with me, right? I don't have any reservations to be a single solo founder.
You talked about creating a network about 10 or 100 billion businesses. Can you just talk a little bit about that? What are you doing?
Yeah, so I think we have a lot of glitches. So today we are focusing and targeting the 65 million SMBs in India. So the addressable market would be somewhere around 40%, and the obtainable market of 5%.
Not from the business perspective, from a product perspective, what are you doing? You're saying you have the data that you're aggregating across businesses.
Yeah.
Is that running all the time?
Yes, it's running all the time. I pause it because it's a huge resource intense. I pause it, I turn it on when it is required. But we constantly keep running. I think I would have loved to show it. I will show it to you. We have clusters of federated clusters which constantly monitors all the business events which is happening across the network. And some are public, some are privately held data. We are scanning, we are building that relationship, and it runs all the time, 24 hours and 365 days. And today we know in India for more than 65 million businesses across the globe, we know what each business is doing, what each assistant is doing, what their operations is, what their ticket value is, whom they are selling, whom they are buying from, and yeah, that itself is pretty huge.
Are you a single person company now?
Yes, the single person company, 1 month old, and I do everything.
No, solo founder is different. Single person company. You don't have any.
No, it's a private limited company, 2 directors.
No, I mean, you don't have any staff. And you said you have some traction, right?
Yes. So there are 10 users. I would love to tell this story, right? So one of the users reached out to me. He was a travel tour operator. So he reached out to me. He said, "Hey, I want to do a digital marketing campaign. Why don't you do it to me?" So I said, "It's not going to work because you don't know who your buyer is, right?" I said, "Rather, I'll get you business." Okay. So he was insisting me, no, let's try. So he said, "Okay, why don't you help me?" I said, "Okay, go try." Because you don't even know who your buyers are. You wanted to just put a poster on Google Ads. He ran it for 2 weeks, spent few thousands of rupees, zero conversion. Because you don't even know whom you are targeting. You're blindly targeting. Rather, I said, I'll get you direct conversion. Rather, I said, I have way to do it. That's how we're going to do it, right? So we have reached out to a small group of temples, associations. He runs travel tour packages for Kashi, Varanasi, and all that stuff. Right? He got conversions every week. So that's the same strategy what we're going to apply. We go to the place where the buyers are. It could be hospitals, it could be associations to start with our GP, right? So that's one story. There are many more actually. There was office interior designer. He was also struggling to generate his business. So we reached out to networks, associations where there is a need, rather than just going in a broad category or segment. And there was this business, Wakefit. They are venturing into 100 new categories. So their vice president sales VP reached out to me and he asked, I'm venturing into this, can you give me market intelligence? We precisely told what would sell, why it would sell, what materials you need to use, why people buy, who is the ICPs or who are the kind of people who would buy, what is the competition, what is the price range, why it would not sell, right? So they were super excited, they came back asking for 20 more, right? So there are diverse. Similarly, we reached out to, someone reached out from Agarbatti also for distribution, someone from ceramics, sanitary, because their problem is they have SKUs which are generating new every week and they don't know how to distribute, and we can tell them how to distribute.
Really sorry to interrupt. What's your business model?
Yeah, so my business model is you don't have to pay for anything, you pay for outcomes. You have a conversion, you pay for that. As simple as that. Right? So you get a lead, you get a conversion, you pay for it. Our customers are the businesses who are paying for it.
Really sorry to interrupt. We are running on a tight timeline. Extreme apologies for the technical glitches.
I just extremely sorry. I could not show the entire thing, the magic part of it, how it is happening. I would love to show it. Please give me an opportunity. I'll be happy to show it. Thank you, everyone.